and welcome to the Tavern Chat Podcast. I am your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, your main proprietor of the Tenkar's Tavern blog, Discord server, Media group, Facebook group, Twittering, and Instagram. Today is a day of holy shit news. So, somebody asked me today, what's going on with the Lamentations of the Flame Princess ref book? And I was like, you know what? Haven't heard anything from Lamentations in a couple of months. Let me go check out the Indiegogo, see if there's an update. There isn't. And then, same person goes, holy shit, there's an update. I go, what? Email. All right. I don't have the email. They forwarded me the email. All right, they got some stuff for sale. Oh, fuck. There's a blog update. Now, let me put this in perspective for you. James had not updated the Lamentations of the Flamed Princess blog in over 3 years. So nobody's going to read this shit unless somebody points them to it. James doesn't do Twitter, apparently. I'm not even sure if he's updating on Facebook. But here, doing away with the sales pitches of what's new stuff's coming out, this is the important stuff. If you want to know what's going on with Lamentations. The current situation. I'm reading this. I'm going to make comments. It really is one of those holy shit moments. Okay, this one is for all the marbles. As you're probably aware, Lamentations of the Flame Princess, LotFP, has gone through a rough patch the past year and a half. The TLDRs were about 90,000 euros in debt. That's over 102,000 US dollars. 60,000 euros of which is due in about a month or we're done. And we have so much more to do, not least of which is the ref book. So if you want Lamentations of the Flame Princess to continue, you need to buy something, preferably a lot of somethings, and very soon, when the new books go on sale. If you don't want Lamentations of the Flame Princess to continue, you don't have to buy it, you don't have to do anything. You're good. A more thorough examination for those who will surely ask. After a record 2018, web store sales hit a wall in January 2019. I assume because of increased finished postal costs, November and December 2018 were strong, and then bam. But we were supposed to have a new US-based web store open in the early summer. So I was confident that I was in for a fifth straight year of growth and prosperity, and made plans to take care of that. The exact same week the Zak allegations hit in February 2019, I received the last of a series of business loans totaling just about 70,000 euro. These would cover a number of reprints, but sell slowly and thus take more time to recoup their costs, making them very difficult to finance from normal cash flow. And convention expenses for the year. I secured these loans based on the fact that I'd grossed over 250,000 euros the previous year. Had 2 new Zak books set to come out in 2019, not to mention Red and Pleasant Land as one of the reprints, with a few other new books on the schedule as well. The fallout from the Zak situation was that his upcoming work and the Red and Pleasant Land reprint were canceled. Everything else went into disarray, and only one full-fledged, not limited edition release happened all year, and that was a low-priced short adventure. The U.S. Fulfillment Center fell through and didn't get going until over a half year later than scheduled. Also, and he's not mentioning this, James went into a bit of a depression when the whole Zak situation happened. He shut down. Probably not good for business either. Even so, convention sales in 2019 were greater than 2018. And we did one less convention in 2019. Retail distribution sales were about even year to year. PDF sales were down a bit, but direct web store sales were down 80% for the year. And direct sales are where we traditionally make most of our money. Web store sales plummeting has almost killed the business. Gross sales were in total 40% down, and profits, aka my personal income, went from rough numbers, about 45,000 euros in 2018 to 3,500 euros in 2019. That is not a typo. By last fall, I started falling behind in loan payments. By spring this year, just as the world at large was beginning to fall apart due to the pandemic, I started falling behind on royalty payments to the talent. There's only so long I can shuffle money and beg for patience. And now with the pandemic, conventions for the entire year are gone. Conventions account for 25% of last year's gross income. Distribution retail sales, by far the biggest income source last year, were wiped out completely for a time due to shutdowns, and at best will be weak for some time to come due to the pandemic. And so, here we are. Pretty much all of these new items were financed on credit, sparing no expense to make these the best books we could. And it's time for what just might be the last stand. It is my hope that not only can we clear this debt, but we can get a bit of cash stockpile so we can make sure the next batch of books and the next are up to Lamentation of the Flame Princess standards of quality and deliver significant royalty payments to their authors. It's up to you now. Posted by Jim, Lamentations of the Flame Princess, 12:38 a.m., July 13th. So I'm going to just say holy shit, all right? So if you're like me and a bunch of others who thought that, Jane's fucking around with the ref book, well, don't expect the ref book, okay? Because Jane's will need money to print the ref book. And right now, James needs $100,000 U.S. currency to get out of debt. Close to 70 just to not have the plug pulled on him because he has debt coming due. I'm not going to say James is a bad business person. Nobody could guess the pandemic. But Lamentations of the Flame Princess stuff is very boutique. You pay for high-end stuff, and there was a bit of a pyramid scheme going on, not with your money, but with loan money. And then, that's part of the problem when you're doing a business like this. James was looking to make this his sole and only occupation, and God bless him for doing that. I don't see that lasting. I don't. Now, might there soon be a fire sale on Lamentations of the Flame Princess stuff? I'd advise James to do another one of your huge PDF sales on drive-thru. Okay? You've done it in the past, and I'm sure people will be glad to pop down some cash to grab all your PDFs. There is some very good stuff. There's some stuff that I think is crap, but the physical presentation, the art, the layout, always top notch. Okay, I don't always think they're usable, but that's besides the point. Do I think? I just got cut off by one of those phone calls in Chinese. So I think I've been told that they're always trying to get somebody to send money to the consulate. Your relative is in the consulate being held and you need to bail them out or some shit like that. But in any case, yeah. Lamentations is fucked. Now, I mean, if James has to shut down, what does that really mean? The game will go on, right? Just means there'll be no physical product. And I don't see the Finnish government foreclosing on the IP. That would be interesting, though. But I don't see that happening. But it's a lesson to be learned here. It's, I hate to say it, but slow and cautious wins the race. James was gambling. And to be honest, James, he built Lamentations on government grants. That's why he went to Finland in the first place. So he's been working the system, and it didn't work in his favor this time. I don't see how he can raise $65,000 US in the next month and a half. I don't see it. And I think James should have come out with this announcement earlier if he really was looking to raise this money this quickly. Timing is everything. And you're not leaving much time for people to rally behind you, James. You have a huge following. You have a loyal following. But, this isn't the way. You've been waiting. You don't like to give out bad news, and I do understand that. But just like with the Lamentations of the Flame Princess Ref book, you held on to the bad news for that one for way too long. And now here's the other thing, folks. And I do believe that I have this in my email. If you give me a sec, I will pull that up. Yes, I do. So there's a whole thing in the Lamentations of the Flame Princess. Oh, well, it wasn't in the email. It was in the last update. Basically, the ref book is going to cost, I don't know, way more than James has to actually produce. The printing cost is going to probably be another $75,000. The way James, remember, and this is money that's gone. This is money that's been long ago spent. So James will have to raise even more money. He's not going to get a loan now, right? You're not paying off your loans. You're not going to get a loan. So, how honest has James been? This is a true confession now. But James has been holding his cards very close to his vest and not telling his backers, his fans, his community the truth. And it only is now because he's in pure desperation mode. Am I going to order any physical products from James? No. I might get some of the stuff that's coming out in PDF. But I'll be honest with you, I don't even know if I have confidence that the stuff will ship. I don't know. Nothing against you, James. But you should have come clean much sooner than you did. All right, folks. Like James mentioned about the pandemic is out there. Use your common sense. Use your common sense. So our states are spiking. Protect yourself, your family, your friends, your community. As always, be safe, be well, God bless, roll those dice, and I will talk with you all tomorrow. God willing. All right, folks. Laters.